What's going on, guys? Pulled in my buddy's black EK that we're getting ready to install a Fugen wing on. I say Fugen because this is not a legitimate Fugen wing. Not that kind of money. This is my buddy Chico.
How's it going?
And we're gonna get going on this so we can try and get this done tonight. All right, drilled the trunk, got the wing on. Right now it's loosely mocked. The bolts that we got are a little too long, so we're gonna put some shorter ones in. But for an Amazon special wing, fits nicely. Oh, I'm not a huge fan of it on the 99 2000 rear ends. Like, it's gonna look good on the 96 98 one, but I don't know. I'm thinking about putting one on my EK. So, the Tech. We have nicknames for these cars because I have so many four-door EKs. Which I have some information to talk about here soon about a new build that I'm going to be doing along with Chico. So, we'll get more into the detail about that. We're going to go ahead and swap these bolts out for shorter ones. Go through my stash and see if we can't get this thing locked down. I have a wrench. You want to use a wrench?
Amazon special.
Looks pretty sturdy. I don't know, looks pretty dang good to me.
Yeah.
Those OEM holes kind of lined up nicely. It looks like it's lined up on the curve.
Especially for the Fugen wing.
Yeah, that's a pretty good replica, I'm not gonna lie.
Bolts aren't the right size, but
You don't use the hardware if you ever get one. We ended up changing the hardware on the inside mounting plates, and we changed the hardware to the, well, at least one of them. He was stubborn and wanted to just use the shorter ones. Well, set it down. Put it all the way down. See what it looks like. Wow. Not bad. Paint this thing SEM black. Get rid of all these fingerprints. Track car. It's pretty cool.
or just keep on wiping it with your hand. And
Eventually it just goes away.
Yeah.
So don't use your ring finger. You'll be all right.
The whole thing will be shiny.
Yeah. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. What's going on, guys? It's been a couple days since I've done any work. Picked up a set of new taillights for the one of these EK sedans. So I'm gonna test fit it and see what the quality looks like on it. All right, got the new taillights installed. Took a little bit, but fitment really isn't terrible. I mean, it lines up pretty good here, a little gap here. Biggest gap I see is over here compared to OEM, but honestly, it's not that big of a difference. I don't know. I gotta think about it. For some reason, I'm a stickler with OEM, but I know that these would look a lot better on Chico's car, and that's what they're actually intended for. But since I had the car right here, he's like, test fit them, see how they look, see how they fit. So here I am. Only thing I don't really like about these, and it's not the end of the world, it's definitely fixable, is these housings. These housings are super chrome. It's hard to see. See, it's chrome. See? It's chrome. So I can trim black that to kind of make it look like OEM. Bolton Light Factory. Not bad for a replacement. I'll send him a couple pictures and we'll see what he says, and maybe I'll throw the other side on his car so he can have an idea of what it looks like on his. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and throw these taillights on this side so I can give him an idea what they all look like. His taillights definitely need to be replaced, so that's the main reason why he got these anyway. All these are spider cracked. All right, taillights on. This one went a lot easier. I didn't have to bend any of the tabs. Looks a lot better than those cracked taillights. It fits a lot better too. The fitment on this side. I'm gonna see if he wants me to put the other one on this side. Just because it's all spider cracked. Taillight, the whole taillight's it's just trash. It's just trash. It was old. That looks nice. I like the wing too. I'm liking the wing. I didn't record doing this, but I took this plate out and drilled the plate to run the RC cables for the rear view camera. Drilled the trunk itself and the plate to accept the RCAs. I'll eventually put a grommet here, but I don't have anything for right now. So nothing crazy. I'm just gonna follow the wires this way all the way through. I'm gonna chase those wires. The camera wires from the radio of this are just gonna follow the same exact route. So just getting ready to put the plate back on now. Camera is installed. I don't know if it's any good or not. We'll find out once I get it hooked up. But just trying to complete the radio install. Been lazy. I ended up putting the taillights on Chico's black EK. Hey, what's going on, everybody? Today I'm installing rear speakers in the EK. Never worked since I've had the car. I picked up these Scar Audio speakers. I kind of did a test fit real quick, not a test fit, but like just plugged it in real quick, and it seems to be okay. It's better than nothing. So, currently, I've already taken the rear shelf off, As you can see, there's my speaker as I was testing it. So I'm getting ready to mount these babies in. Hopefully they mount in. It looks like they got a pretty tall mounting piece there. But there's the rear shelf for the EK. If you've never taken one off, it's actually fairly simple. I've never done one, so it took me like 5 minutes. Basically, pop these off, pop clips off. I took out the third brake light, just unscrewed it. And it literally just pops off. I didn't even have to take the seats off or anything. I don't know if I'm gonna have to take the side bolsters off to get it back on, but it literally just popped right over this piece right here. So we'll see when I go to reinstall it. Real quick, mounted, nice and perfect. You can definitely tell. I mean, yeah, those are OEM and just trash. Didn't even work. Magnet must have crapped out on them. So, swap this one out real quick, do a quick wiring on it, and we'll see what it sounds like. What's going on, guys? I'm just hanging out underneath inside my truck. It's actually kind of comfortable. Not often I could say that, hanging down somewhere inside a car. Anyway, just finished wiring these up, tested them out. They sound pretty good. I'm gonna try them a little bit before I put the shelf back on. I think there's like some rasp or something, I don't know. It's not a show audio quality or anything like that. It's just better music, better sound in the car. Let's see if we'll do a shuffle. Yeah. No comparison whatsoever. So we'll see. We'll see how they sound. I've already cranked the tunes a little bit, and it's pretty good. Tied up, no hanging wires anywhere. The only reason why I want to leave it off is I still have the rear camera to finish wiring up, so that'll be, I don't know, maybe not tomorrow, next day after Thanksgiving, so I don't know what my work schedule is tomorrow, but maybe over the weekend I'll try to get to that, try to button this stuff up. It'd be nice to have my car all back together again. I've had the center console apart for the longest time because of the radio. I don't know where my finger goes over there. I've had that cover off forever, which I don't use the power socket anyway, but still, it'd be nice to put my car back together the way it's supposed to be. Yeah, I could take a nap in here. It's pretty comfortable. As I cleaned up here, I remembered I bought a lot of speakers and throughout the years. Never got a set of speakers that didn't have any installation hardware at all. Nothing. Just the grill cover and the speaker. I don't know if that was an Amazon situation. I might hit them up. It doesn't really matter because obviously I got it mounted. I had another set of speakers in the house that I had the pigtails for, so I just used those because those speakers are trash. I wasn't going to use those anyway. I don't know. I've never, not even screws for the grill. So I don't know. Hopefully it was just a packaging error and Scar doesn't do that. Otherwise, it's kind of lame because those speakers weren't exactly cheap. They weren't. Well, I guess today's standards are cheap. Crap. So I don't have the speakers over here anymore. I don't know. That was just something to note. Absolutely no mounting hardware whatsoever. No hookup hardware. Yesterday I installed the 6x9s. Today I went and installed the 6.5s to the front. The JBLs that I bought didn't fit, unfortunately, because of the way the DK door panel is designed. So I had these Pioneer 6.5s from my other EK because it was a radio speaker combo. So I put the radio on that, and I'm going to put the other speakers in that car eventually. But right now I just swapped them in real quick and just a quick mounting. I only stuck one screw in. It's pretty tight in here. They're not going to wiggle or anything. So I just used the factory connector and just de-pinned it. And I didn't have any other terminals to mount them, but I got both sides installed. You can kind of see the shiny chrome in there. So tuned the EQ a little bit so it's not so raspy on the highs. And I'm going to do some measurements to see if I can stick a subwoofer under here. Amazon has a couple different under seat style ones. I'm going to see if I have room for that. Maybe I might have to lift my butt here, but I'm going to see if I have room to stick one under here, just give a little more bump to the car. I have a box with an old kicker in it. I was gonna put it in my truck, but the radio in the truck for some reason doesn't work with the subwoofer. I don't know, it's one of those Amazon radios. I fought with it and couldn't get it to work, so I know the speaker's good because it was in my buddy's truck for a while. I was gonna put it in Tahoe, but it's too big for this car because I actually use this car. I've been taking this car to the grocery store and stuff like that and been filling it up, and I wouldn't have room with the box in there. So just something small. I'm not trying to do any crazy audio. I haven't been a big audio person in a while now, but just some tunes would be nice. So I'm gonna look into doing the measurements on that real quick and end up ripping the radio out and finishing the camera install. I'm gonna look at redoing the radio mounting. I don't like how it's blocking my air vent either. You can kind of see when I'm sitting in the car, the air vent's blocked by the radio, so I'm gonna see if I can't flip the mounting point and have it further down. Yeah, it'll block those buttons, but it's not that big of a deal because I don't really mess with those anyway. Usually the AC's on, and it's the game plan for that probably this weekend if I have time. I have a thing to fix this. I've just been lazy. I have the replacement part. And that'd be nice to get my car back together, get this piece back on, and I'm either gonna replace these sun visors or rip them out totally because they're disgusting. And I'm thinking about doing one of those black banner strips on the outside, just because when I'm driving this thing to work, the sun's just glaring down inside. These last few clips are of me goofing off with my children and helping Keith get his DB B20 VTEC finally running. I came by and helping a buddy out over his storage, getting his 4-door Integra together, trying to get this, get him finally running. He was supposed to take it to the Dragon with us, but shit's nice. Just blowed the clutch out, hooked up his VTEC solenoid wiring conversion for the OBD1 ECU. This was originally his LS, so we had to do the conversion on that. Maybe we'll get a startup video here in a couple minutes. Attempt number 1.
That's what I don't miss about my CV7, dropping the T.
Yeah, no. EF's the same thing. Check, make sure we got fuel. Hang on. I heard a prime.
Prime?
The pump? Yeah, I heard wee. All right, I don't see any fuel leaks. Let me check over here by the filter real quick. You didn't have any of this off, right?
No.
Filter. All right. All right, well, she cranks. Step 1. All right, Doc. Oh. Just need to crank a little longer. Start it right up. There, there. Vacuum leak, it's kind of idle a little high there. I got it. Fixing some cooling issues. Had to cap a couple things, temporary situation. He was pulling vacuum out of his charcoal canister, so his idle was at like 3,000 RPM. So now we got it settled down now. This is all just temporary. Say what's up, Keith. Yeah. DB riding. Fixed it. Idling right. We were missing the O-rings that seal up the intake manifold. I capped the throttle body and it was still running like I had never touched the throttle body. So fixed that. Turn like a kitten now. Interior shot of this thing, freaking mint, absolutely mint. I mean, the miles on this thing, it looks brand new. What a little gem this thing is. So nice. Well, looks like we got it all sorted out. All check engine lights are cleared out. ECU is working. Putting the last little touches on, he's going to go take this thing to the exhaust shop to get the exhaust put on it, so it's not open header like it is now. And it'll just had a glass company come out here, and they went ahead and repaired the CRX windshield. The first guy wanted to replace it and he didn't have the glass, and I really wasn't about replacing the glass right now. There's really nothing wrong with it other than that small chip, so. There's a small spot still, but at least I don't have to worry about, it cracking anymore. That was my biggest concern, which he told me there really wasn't a concern about it cracking. More of if there was a dissipation between the heat, if the car was cool and I took it out into the 100-degree Florida weather, it possibly could have cracked the windshield. So it's just something I wanted to take care of. Thankfully I have connections, so I was able to get it taken care of with nothing on my pocket. I do have some more glass work I need to do on this car. I have a quarter panel glass that I want to replace. It's discolored, distorted. I was talking to him about that. We're going to go ahead and schedule that one of these days. The TLEK, it's from windshield molding, is kind of deteriorated and destroyed, as is the back. So I was talking to him about that as well. And something I'm going to look into is getting the molding so we can replace the rear windshield molding. The front, unfortunately, glass has to come out, just tinted the windshield, so I really don't want to go down that rabbit hole at the moment. Unfortunately, it looks like crap. But also I was asking because the black EK, Chico's car, has rust forming on the bottom of the back windshield, and we want to address that before it gets real bad. So I was like, hey, what do we need to do? And he's like, well, you could take the glass out, fix the rust, we can get new molding, put the same windshield in, and we'll be okay. I said, all right. So that will be something I will be exploring in the future. We don't want that car to rust away, because even though the body's not great, it's a fantastic car as is. And that's where I'm at with the windshield. It's fixed. I can drive the car without having to worry about that anymore. Uh-oh, I kicked somebody's water. Better pick it up.
Remember, you're supposed to try and get us.
Roar! Roar! Roar!
You. I won.
What did you win?
Mommy!
What, baby?
She did it this one.
She did what?
These many turns.
These many turns?
Yes.
What many turns?
These.
What? want to say bye?
Stop.
You want to say bye?
Turn.
Hey, stop fighting over the scooter. This is going on the video. You want to behave yourself? You want to behave yourself? Don't be a butthead.